What it do, what it do, what it do, good people. Coming to you live from Taz TV 410. I'm your host, Taz Dean. Yeah, let's get straight to it, y'all. This is part 4 of Lafonte Johnson. Now, I wanted to bring y'all Keith Jennifer, a backcourt teammate of Lafonte. You know what I'm saying? His freshman and sophomore year. Well, his sophomore and junior year, excuse me. Keefe freshman and sophomore year. I wanted y'all to experience that, but we playing phone tag, so we couldn't do that. I wanted to bring up my prep school coach Isaiah Anderson, Christmas Addis, stand up, but we playing phone tag. So I said I can't get the people. It's been too long for part 4. So that's my apologies. I apologize for you. I apologize to y'all. Now let's get straight to it, the Baltimore way, y'all. Now, the first time I put eyes on Lafonte, well, the first time I heard about Lafonte Johnson, I'm in middle school, and I'm gonna need y'all to follow me too, because I'm gonna jump from here to there, and I may go everywhere. But I'm gonna need y'all to stay with me now. So again, the first time I heard about Lafonte, I'm in middle school, playing middle school ball with at Chickapin Middle School. At Chickapin Middle School, excuse me. Now we undefeated. So we hear about teams that was good, middle school teams that was good, but they ain't really played the middle school league. He played in winter ball because you had a bunch of players playing winter ball because some schools ain't had a middle school team. So I'm hearing things, Lafonte, quick, do this, that, and the third. But I never seen him. I didn't see him down Lake Clifton. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Northeast Baltimore. Played with Leaf Walk and Chickapin at one time for BNBL and Project Survival, things of that nature. So we was one of them teams that we gonna win the first 2 games, but when we play against a Cecil or something, we up out of there, right? So we ain't never run into Bentlow. 9 times out of 10, Bentlow and Cecil, Bentlow and Oliver, all of them, they in the championship game. However, that's neither here nor there. Freshman year, I go to Mervo. I go to Mervo. He goes to Towson Catholic. This is freshman year. He starts up Towson Catholic. So now you hearing his name. So now the fall season is over. I played JV at Mervo. So at this time, going into high school, I had Calvert Hall, Towson Catholic, and maybe one more other private school that wanted me to come there, but my grades wasn't high enough. So the next year, they say, let's see how he do his freshman year in high school. Then if his grades went up or whatever that may be, we could transfer him in. So on Saturdays of Towson Catholic, they used to have open runs, right? So I go up there a couple Saturdays to play. So now this is my first Saturday up there. Now I see Lafonte Johnson for the first time. Now he down there shooting around. So I'm like, damn, he's small, We pick teams. I end up was on his team. I mean, I'm pretty sure they want to see how we was going to play together. If I was going to be able to get inside, get into the school. However, that didn't happen. But the game went on, and he's showing me everything. Boom, in and out, pull up, boom, long threes, boom. He doing this as a freshman, right? I ain't pumping nothing up. I ain't gonna. Y'all know this is Taz TV 410. I ain't gonna give you no extra gas. So he made me believe right there. All my buckets I got, he made it so easy. So you get spoiled playing with a point guard like that, and then you gotta go back to where you came from, right? So, like I said, I ain't get into Towson Catholic. Ended up transferring down Dunbar. So now, sophomore year, I'm hearing about Lafonte. Towson Catholic, they was good, but it was still a St. Francis. It was still a St. Francis Catholic League, right? but you hearing what Towson Catholic is doing. Boom. So, all right, now the sophomore year is done. So now we going into the summertime, right? So we played for Bill Spots. Shout out to Bill Spots. Adidas team. We've been sponsored by Adidas. Now, the Bill Spots team is a team that's selected is selected with basically all Baltimore City, all Metro, and anybody that made something in the surrounding area, right? Players, because what you're going to play against, you're playing against the top competition in the country, right? So we get down there. Now we get bumped in the Elite Eight by, I want to say, Georgia Stars. Georgia Stars had Damian Wilkins, Jason Cable, Sherrod Teasley. It was another guard that ended up going to Georgia Tech. I want to say his name was something Lewis, bald head dude. But yeah, he went to Georgia Tech, and he might have had about a year or two in the league. However, see, we lost to them. Now, but he put that work in. We playing against Keon Doolin. We playing against, like I said, Ron Carey. All this, these guys, juniors going into their senior year, you know. But they up McDonald's All-Americans too. Tay held it down, held that shit down. That was Jamal Brown coming out party. They had a little connection out there on the court. So boom. Now, coming into the tournament, I wanted to see how Tay was going to carry it. I really did. I wanted to see how he was going to carry it. I'm like, he's small. I'll be down here with this. Wipe them. Bop. Now, I'm gonna tell you, he rated in the top 100 at this time. At this time, he is invited to NBA camp. That's the top 100. He lead the camp in the top, I want to say top 20. There's only 100 kids in the camp. Invite only. That's like the, last I checked, the CP3 or George Lucas. I don't know what camp it is, but yeah, it was that. Right? Now, coming into junior year, here he couldn't play. He was disqualified at the beginning of the season. Boom. Junior year come, he get back on the court. He get back on the court. We got to go through the junior year. Y'all hear about the story, 10 threes, Mount St. Joe. Y'all heard all that. Now, summertime again. Now, this time, I ain't even tell you about the ABCD camps and all that, because if y'all go back to the last interviews, to the Johnny interview, y'all will get that. However, during that summer, going into that summer going into senior year. That summer going to senior year. Now we playing together down Cecil. We playing together team select sometime, but he goes and play for Team Assault. Them guys over there at DC. Always had a good team. And they always took the top player, or one of the top players in the city, to go play with them, to go to tournaments with them. Right? He had a good summer. So now the summer over. Senior year. Now Lafonte, he gets put out of Towson Catholic. Now, the first time I heard the news is in the summertime. We're going to it's not Super 50. It's Craig Cromwell. Craig Cromwell down the Dome. You heard? Tay coming down. What? You know what I'm saying? I'm happy, but I'm like, I gotta talk to him. Once I talk to him, then I know I know it's really for real. You know how people in Baltimore, we gas everything up to the utmost, and then everybody be wanting to break the story, right? So it was true. So now senior year come, first day of school. He here now. Now, mind you, people, we never had a conversation on what we gonna do on the court. What is our goals? We ain't never had that type of conversation, because I think we both knew that we had a mission to accomplish. We both had something to prove. You know what I'm saying? We both felt slighted at the time. Yeah, so it was some shit we ain't even had to, some things, excuse my French, some things we ain't even had to go in because we understood each other, right? Now I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Lafonte. He can know you, he gonna speak to you, he gonna be respectful to you, but he ain't gonna open up to you. He's still a less. He rock with you. You know what I'm saying? So basically you gotta prove yourself, and it's not in no macho type of way you proving yourself, but he wants to see the type of dude you is. Loyalty is everything, right? Especially with him. So we season start, and I'm gonna go by some games. We're gonna talk about some games. I don't know all play for play, you know what I'm saying, but we can go over some games. I don't know what power team we played first. I don't know if it was Southern, Lake Clifton, that year. Maryville had Mo. I'm trying to think where to start from. Emerson. Well, we can start with Southern. Because at this time it was saying, and Southern had a good team. GD was pumping them up. GD had started a recruiting site and had Southern players. All the Southern players is supposed to be on the East Coast, but he had all Southern players rated in the top. We had about 4 or 5 Southern players rated in the top 10. So you know where we was going with that, right? So we play Southern. We play Southern down Southern. Now this is a young Melvin Scott. You got Zeke Johnson. You got Lucky. You got Big Fields. Emil was gone by this time. Who else they had? Well, the names escape me. However, we go down there, we do our thing. We go out there, we get that W. Boom. We ain't talk about it at the game. We go to Maryville. We know Mo gonna shoot the ball. We knew that. Tate finished what? 32, 33? I want to say 32, 33, and he didn't play the fourth quarter. Right? Blew them out. Played Doug, blew them out. We go up Carver. Now he said something to me before this game. Now he said, yo, this is homecoming. I'm around the way. I got to put on the show. Say no more. Smack them, get them about 30 something. No, he gave them about what? I think it was like 28, 29. Didn't play the fourth quarter. Because Coach Badham didn't believe if we up like that, starters ain't going to play fourth quarter. Right? So, boom, get rid of them. We play Lake Clifton. Lake Clifton game, y'all coaches and players, y'all know how Tree play. If he could get up and then go in that zone and hold the ball, that's what he gonna do. However, they played the zone against us. Ain't never give us man to man. I knew why. You know what I'm saying? I knew they was gonna collapse and double me. You know what I'm saying? I knew at the same time they ain't had nobody to stick Tay one-on-one. So that was the best decision for them to go in the zone, right? So they packed it. They packed it in. I get in foul trouble, even to the point that I foul out the game, right? So fourth quarter, they still in the zone. Tay hit like 2 big threes. Boom. Get us up. Nardo get an and one. We win the game. Get them a boom out of here. Excuse me. Now we go to Slam Up to the Beach. Slam Up to the Beach. We was more excited about that because we know scouts going to be there. We know writers going to be there. And we know the competition going to be nationally ranked competition. So in order for us, we always felt like if you really want your name to be out there, you got to take down you got to win against a good team. You got to do the unthinkable. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times when we come up in the gym, we small. From Baltimore, we coming in there small. Our big men 6'7". At this time, they 6'7". A big boy we have at the time may be 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Coming from the city, we eating chicken boxes and things of that nature. Our body small, right? But we play so hard and we play with such 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 pride. You know what I'm saying? Our egos are high too, but we played with such. We was there. Boom. You get Tay on the. We had Slander to the Beast. We played Good Counsel. Now Good Counsel, they got Roger Mason at the time, Chris Monroe. Both of them top 50 players in the country. Roger Mason ended up going to Virginia, and then later on went to the NBA, played for a few teams. So, Good Counsel ended up running a triangle and 2 on us, right? For those that don't know the basketball like that, it's like 3, it's 5, but two players gonna play. One player gonna play Tay man to man. Another player was gonna play me man to man. Then you had 3 other guys that's gonna play their zone, right? Make it a little difficult, throw a little wrinkle in our offense. However, Arnold ended up having a good game, but we lost, right? They ain't blow us out. We lost, but in our mind, that kind of hurts because that's the game that we was looking for, right? So then we played Duncanville, lose to Duncanville too. Both of these nationally ranked teams, but we still feel as though that we supposed to won the game, which was cool. We got a W up there, but it wasn't against a big team, so we ain't count that. Especially coming off of what Dunbar did, what we did the year previous year. So boom, we get home, and it was like, oh, we ain't losing no more in the city, right? We ain't losing no more in the city. So now I just see Tay pitting on. When I say he's pitting on, he's pitting on. We play Southwestern in the city championship game. Real simple, real easy. Come on, we can win this game. I never felt like I was going to lose the game with him. We win that, boom. Now it's state's time. We go through that. Everybody know we going to win state. We go through that, boom. So now, season over with. So what's next? And I'm going to be honest. I didn't know what I was going to do, what prep school I was going to go to. Tay didn't know what prep school he was going to go to. You know what I'm saying? People got a little fuzzy. I'm just going to say, people start getting a little fuzzy because when they think that you're not going to do something, after a while, you'll have a lot of group of people start shying away. And that happened with him, right? I was a regular guy. You know what I mean? Tay, you know what I'm saying? He always had a following. However, it started dwindling because they ain't now the perception that they had for him before, they don't have for him right now. So we go through the summer, play with Baltimore Select, right? I end up going to, I got to tell you this story because this is how Tay got to the prep school. I go to Sunny Hill. I go play with Cecil. I'm playing with Cecil Sunny Hill tournament, right? So while I'm at Sunny Hill tournament, Rich Amatucci, the CEO of And1, the And1, the And1 brand, you know what I'm saying? That was real big at the time. Every year, every summer, he'll take a team overseas to a different country, you know what I'm saying, to play, right? So this year, he chose me to play. And we went to Iceland. So boom, go to Iceland. So while I'm in Iceland, I meet Isaiah Anderson. He over there too, on the coaching staff, right? So he said, I'm starting a prep school in York, PA. I'm like, where is York? New York? You talking about New York? No, York, PA. When you get back, come on out for a visit. All right, bet. Go up there for a visit. They say the one beautiful thing is free. It's free. So me and my grandfather looked at each other, only 30, 45 minutes away. Boom. However, this is their first year. So this is a test run. So I come back home and I was like, Tay, I think we found I got a prep school. He like, what's the name of it? It's called Crispus Attucks in York, Pennsylvania. Tay like, I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because at this time, you hearing about the New England The New England prep school, that's your Maine Centrals, your Wichita, your St. Thomas Moores, um, those teams, right? So when you saying Christmas address, it's like, what? So now I say something to Isaiah. I say something to Isaiah about Tay. Isaiah, he's still a young coach at this time. He really he ain't know who Tay was. So we had a kid, Art Wills, that was from Newport, Newport Prep, right? Now Art played with DJ. People seen him down down Charm City classes. When you know what I'm saying, y'all seen Art Wills, fast guard, streaky shooter, but fast handles, come at you real quick, right? Now him and Tay had history though, right? Tay fucked him up. Excuse me, my bad. Tay demonstrated on him early in some AU, and so it was a little tension there. However, Coach Isaiah, he already seen Art play. He didn't heard all the stories. He didn't played on Newport News. So, and Isaiah I know Tay ain't gonna be better than Art, right? So Tay come up for a visit. He come up like, come on, you got to come over here so we can play. Now, the first time I bring Reggie Brown. Now Reggie's supposed to court the team. He supposed to make the team, right? Coach Anderson ain't. There's another one that he slept on. Coach and Reg ended up going to Wichita. We ended up playing him we're gonna get to that in the championship. However, Coach cut Reg, right? Coach cut Reg. So I'm like, I have a point guard. My point guard. Listen, you know, I always try to put my people on. All right, bring them up. They come up, open run. Tay rips it. Coach fall in love with him. So all right, now Tay said, all right, bet. The pitch that coach, the pitch that coach gave to him, Tay he agreed to that. He accepted that, and then you know I'm in his ear, so it was all good. So a couple weeks later, we attended Christmas Addis. So coach say this. Now me and Tay shared rooms, right? Up there. We had a house, but we shared rooms. So we talking about everything. Family, we talk about everything. You know what I mean? What's next? Is this program for real? You know what I mean? We goes in, right? So Coach Isaiah used to say, he said this, put 10 schools down, write 10 schools down, and I'm going to contact them. I don't care who they are, just put them down, right? So we come back to the apartment and say like, yo, you think you're going to contact these people? I don't know, but we're going to find out. Coach contacted people. Coaches start coming down. Tay doing work, we scrimmaging, working out. Tay putting on the performance. So now the recruiting is starting to pick up because you're starting to hear. So now the season start going. We traveling everywhere. We go down to Fort Union. Yeah, we go down to Fort Union Prep, and that's a military prep school in Virginia. At this time, they had my guy, Big Jason Parker. Jason Parker was top 5 in the country at the time, right? And they had a couple more ranked players. Now you lose in like 8 or 9 years or 10, something crazy down there at home, until we came down there and bumped, got him up out of there. And one thing, it was like this with Coach. Like I said, he was fairly kind of new. It started out. It started out. We had to prove ourselves to him in game situations. Now, by this time, me and Tavy, we've been playing for a while. We could give each other a look. I know what he want out of me. I know what I want out of him. But we know this, right? So the games was getting like, when it get close, the games when it get tough and when it get real tense. When people buttholes start to get a little tight, oh, he'll let us. Well, he ain't let us. We'll take over the game. I'm gonna say Tay take over the game because he orchestrating me what to do, right? Pick and roll. We doing this thing. Pick and roll. pick and roll, and we practice this playing 2-on-2s at the practice, and even me and him playing 1-on-1s, right? So now we going through the season, we winning. Recruiting picking up. Like he had at least about what? He had Pittsburgh, he had Pitt. Uh, I'm trying to think of the Big East schools he had, because he had schools from everywhere. Because now everybody's starting to come back. So we get the invite to the National Prep School Tournament, right, at Northeastern College. Shout out to Reggie Lewis, RIP, right? Lonnie Arrell. So we up there. We play against. We got Bernard Robinson in the first. I want to say it wasn't Briston. Well, anyway, we got him first. We get them up out of there. Then we play Rodney Bass Poole. Poole ended up going to a prep school in Pennsylvania and Philadelphia, and we played them 4 times that year. Got them up out of there. If I had their guards, information, I definitely would put them on, because it was so much respect that they had for Tate and Tate had for them, and there was so many battles, right? That prep school grind is a different grind. You got to prove yourself all over again. So boom, we get rid of them. So now we think we're going to play against MCI, because we think we're going to play against MCI. MCI got Karan Butler at the time. Zeke Johnson from Southern he was up there with them too. They had the kid Avery Queen from California that ended up going to Michigan, right? So we thinking we're going to see them in the chip, because that's how we thinking. Like we at this time, our confidence high, Tate confidence high. I knew I had the best point guard in the country. I know he could score. I know he's going to get everybody in the game, and he's efficient. He's smart. You know what I'm saying? Guards used to look at him like they thinking like they going, oh, his size, I'm going to do ready to do this. And it'd be totally the opposite. It'd be totally the opposite. So now it's national championship game, right? It's national championship time, and we playing Reggie Bryant. Calvin Hall, stand up. We playing Carl Crowder. Shout out to Carl, doing a podcast too, up in Pittsburgh. What's his big Jason, and big boy that ended up going to USC. And they had another big guy that went, I think, went to Villanova also. Andrew Sullivan. Yeah, big Andrew Sullivan, right? So they was loaded. Good game. It was a good game again. And who brought us home? Big John Toombs brought us home. But who controlled the game? I'm talking about who controlled the game towards the end, putting everybody in position to make good open shot. Lafonte Johnson. So we won the national championship, right? We won the national championship. Tay made first team. He made first team all tournament. I know he did. They robbed me for the first team. I put a guy MVP. I know Tay. I don't want to talk about myself, but you know, and I know I scored about 70-something points in 3 games. However, they told my coach. They said, Dante is inside the Wagner. We're not putting that on. That's not going to be on the top of our tournament. Hand to the man. Well, anyway, Lafonte Johnson made first team. So now the season over. You got UNLV. Y'all see the picture. Y'all got UNLV. Coach Bano now. It was going to be set. It was going to be set up there. It was an exciting time. But this is one thing. And I tell Tay this. He had messed up his foot. His foot was messed up, right? Now, he ended up getting the surgery and end up on some Baltimore shit, home watching the game. Watching the game. They get the shooting. He got to run, re-injure his foot that he had surgery on, right? So now he going out to Vegas behind, right? But he still have his coach there. So now his foot semi-healed, but it's really not. Now his coach get fired, right? So coach get fired, and people. This a lot of times what I like to bring out when things happen, like when you're in college, it's a business. And sometimes I think a lot of times us as players and players that's coming, parents, don't be so naive, don't be so gun ho, and don't think everybody have your kids. Don't think everybody have your kids. What word I'm looking for? Best interest at mind, right? A lot of times when coaches come in, they coming in with they staff, and they want to bring their players. However, Tay got caught up in that, right? He got caught up in that. And what I can say, because I can speak for him, and I can speak for him. I can speak for him on this. You go through something mentally, because for something that you was working for your whole life, and for it to be abruptly interrupted, especially as a boy, you still growing as a man. You ain't a man yet. You try to find understanding and all that. You know what I'm saying? You try to find some type of understanding. So he transferred back down to GW. But me knowing Tay, him transferring to BW, he wasn't there no more. Basketball, that's when the depression set in. That's when the depression starts setting in, right? And I ain't gonna go more into that. I ain't gonna go more into that. But I feel as though, and we don't look back. Everything is moving forward. We can't go back in time. We can't. But this is me. This is my only thing. I wish I wish he had a fair shot. I wish he had a fair shot in Vegas. I really do. And I also wish that he didn't rush himself to come back on that foot. Right? Because listen, Tay could have played pro ball. He could have played pro ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying NBA, but he could have at one point. He was on a track to play in the McDonald All-American game. However, a few seasons that you can't start on time, some summer schools that you're gonna miss camps and things of that nature, all that played the part. But what people don't understand at that time, Tay Hart so big even at that time. He worried about when he away, he's still worried about home. That's his mother, his sister, his brothers, you know what I'm saying, his grandmother, you know what I'm saying, his family, you know what I'm saying, some of his friends. He still got he was carrying that at that time. And as a kid don't that's no kid shouldn't have to live like that. Not saying it was bad, but that's a lot of pressure that you have. It's a lot of pressure as a man. So just imagine as a kid. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I did this. I did this. I appreciate everybody that joined in to talk about Lafonte Johnson. This is, like I said, this is big to me. A lot of players get talked about, and a lot of players get looked over. And I feel as though that he's one. You know, he ain't gonna talk about it. He's not gonna talk about himself like that. If you know, he's just not that person. You know what I'm saying? To y'all, you get what I'm saying? He ain't gonna do that. So I feel as though this is my duty to bring this picture to the light. And I could have got more deeper, and I could even got more detail in the story. However, knowing him, I ain't gonna do that. We ain't doing that. I just like to say, brother, I love you. You know what I'm saying? You brought me a city championship, a state championship, a prep school championship, and the godfather of my son. So, salute. I like to give you your flowers while you're here, bro. Coming live from Taz TV. Holla.